Factsverse presents Top 10 Real-Life Giants. Number 1. Bernard Coyne, 8 foot 2 inches. Bernard Coyne was born in the state of Iowa in 1897. During World War I, he was drafted. His draft card stated that he was 8 feet tall. It was later discovered that he was refused entry to the war due to his incredible height. In 1921, he died due to hardening of his liver and a condition of the glands. He was 8 feet 4 inches tall when he died. He was buried in his hometown, and he had to be placed in a specially made coffin during his burial because a standard coffin was too small. Number 2. Väinö Mylläriin, 8 foot 3 inches. Väinö Mylläriin was born in 1909 in Finland. When he was 21 years old, he was 7 feet 3 inches tall, and he weighed 434 pounds. A few years later, he went through yet another growth spurt, which brought his height up to 8 feet 3 inches tall. For a while, he was the tallest man in the world. When he entered the Finnish army, he was the tallest soldier in history. In 1909, he passed away at the age of 55. Number 3. Edouard Beaupré, 8 feet 3 inches. Edouard Beaupré was born in Canada in 1881 and was the oldest of 20 children. He was also the tallest. For the first few years of his life, he was average height. After a huge growth spurt, he was 6 feet tall by the time he turned 9 years old. As he got taller, he found fame in Barnum & Bailey's circus as a circus sideshow freak and a strongman. While working as the strongman, he would crouch down and lift a full-grown horse up over his shoulders. The horses that he lifted weighed up to 900 pounds. When he passed away in 1904 due to tuberculosis, he was 8 feet 3 inches tall. Number 4. Ella Ewing, 8 feet 4 inches. Ella Ewing, also known as the Missouri Giant. She was born in Missouri in 1872. Until she was 7 years old, she grew at a normal rate. After that, she started growing much more rapidly than a girl her age. There have never been any actual records of her height because she was never listed in the Guinness Book of Records. However, it is believed that she was 8 feet 4 inches tall at the time of her death in 1913. Like many people in that time, she died of tuberculosis. Before she died, she toured with a freak show. Number 5. Al Tomaini, 8 feet 4 inches. Al Tomaini was a very tall man who claimed to be 8 feet 4 inches tall. However, the Guinness Book of Records has him listed as 7 feet 4 inches tall. At his largest, he weighed 356 pounds and he wore a size 27 shoe. Throughout most of his life, he was part of a circus at the Great Lakes Exposition in Chicago. While he was working there, he met his wife, Jeannie Tomaini, in 1936. Jeannie was born without legs and she stood just 2 feet 6 inches tall. When the couple finally retired from performing in the circus, they moved to Giants Camp, Gibston, Florida, which was a circus community. Number 6. Leonid Stadnik, 8 feet 5 inches. Leonid Stadnik was born in the Ukraine in 1971. He is listed as the tallest human in the world according to the Guinness Book of Records. For years, he worked as a registered veterinary surgeon and he lives with his mother. According to reports, his health is failing, likely due to his enormous size. In order to walk around, he needs to hold onto tree limbs and the side of his house. Because he has so much trouble getting around, a group of Ukrainian businessmen donated a satellite dish and a computer so that he can get internet access to keep him busy. According to Stadnik, it makes his limited mobility easier. Number 7. John F. Carroll, 8 feet 7 inches. John Carroll was born in 1932 in Buffalo, New York. At a very early age, he started growing at a very rapid rate. At one point, he grew 7 inches in just a few months. Despite the number of medical treatments that Carroll had, he continued to grow. In 1969, at 37 years old, he passed away. While there's no documentation as to how tall he was when he died, it is believed that he was close to 9 feet. Number 8. John Rogan, 8 feet 9 inches. John Rogan was born in 1868 and is the tallest African-American man to ever exist. He grew at a normal rate up until he was 13 years old. After that, he began growing very rapidly. Rogan got sick and began losing weight. At one point, he weighed just 175 pounds and he was 8 feet 9 inches tall. In 1905, he died due to complications from the illness that caused him to lose weight. Number 9. Robert Wadlow, 8 feet 11.1 inches. This man is the tallest of the top 10 real-life giants. Robert Wadlow was born in Alton, Illinois, and he is the largest man to ever live. People then called him the Alton Giant. He was born in 1918, and he was the oldest of 5 children. Sadly, he died at the age of 22. He was making a professional appearance to show off his height at the National Forest Festival, and he developed a blister. The blister became infected, and it killed him. At the time of his death, he weighed 440 pounds, and he was still growing. In order to get him to his burial spot, he needed 12 pallbearers, and his coffin weighed half a ton. Number 10. Elisane de Cruz Silva, 6 foot 8 inches. Elisane suffers from a tumor on her pituitary gland which causes gigantism. She's 18 years old and she currently stands 6 feet 8 inches tall. The Brazilian teenager is engaged to her fiancé, Francinaldo. The couple have been together for 3 years and have been living together for a year. According to Elisane, people stare at her often. However, her fiancé says that he loves to show her off. Subscribe for more!